The sea shimmered. It sparkled under the moon. Tonight was special. It was the night of the sea market. Once a year, something magical happened. A market appeared on the water. It was full of amazing things. There were potions and enchanted shells. You could find anything. But the market was a secret. Only a few knew about it. Would you like to hear the secret? Let's dive in. The stalls were bright and colorful. They floated like little boats. Each stall had a shimmering sign. One stall sold bottles of moonlight. They glittered like captured stars. Another stall had clouds in jars. Imagine holding a piece of the sky. There were also talking fish and singing seashells. Can you imagine the songs they sang? What a magical place this was.
Luna was a curious girl. She loved the sea. One day she found a bottle on the beach. Inside was a tiny scroll. It had an invitation. "Come to the sea market," it said. "Follow the singing seashells." Luna was excited. She always dreamed of magic. She waited for the night. When it was dark, Luna went to the sea. She listened for the singing shells. The singing led Luna to the water. Suddenly a path appeared. It shimmered like moonlight on the waves. Luna stepped onto the path. It was solid and strong. It led her to the sea market. Luna gasped. It was more beautiful than she imagined. The stalls sparkled. Strange and wonderful creatures laughed and talked. Luna was a little scared, but mostly excited. She couldn't wait to explore. "This shell holds the sound of the sea," the stallkeeper said, his voice filled with a mysterious allure. "When you hold it close to your ear, you can hear the whispers of the ocean waves, the distant calls of seagulls, and the gentle hum of the underwater world." The child named Luna looked at the shell with wide eyes, her face lighting up with wonder. "It will remind you of the magic in the world," the stallkeeper continued, his eyes twinkling as if he knew a secret. He picked up a pink shell, its surface smooth and glistening under the market lights. "This one," he said, "is special. It carries the song of the mermaids." As he held it up, the shell began to glow softly, emitting a warm golden light. It started to sing a sweet, gentle tune, a melody so enchanting that it seemed to wrap around Luna like a comforting embrace. The song made Luna's heart feel happy, filling her with a sense of peace and joy she had never felt before. She closed her eyes, letting the music wash over her, and for a moment she felt as if she were floating on a cloud. She wished she could keep the music with her always, to have that magical feeling whenever she needed it. She held the shell close to her heart, feeling its warmth and the gentle vibrations of the song. "These are no ordinary shells," the stallkeeper said, his voice soft and reverent. "These shells sing. Each one has a unique song, a melody that can bring joy, comfort, or even a touch of magic to your life." Luna walked through the market, her mind buzzing with excitement. She had never seen anything like these singing shells before. The market was alive with colors, sounds, and the scent of the sea, making her feel like she was in a dream. She saw a stall piled high with shells, each one more beautiful than the last. They were arranged in neat rows, their surfaces catching the light and shimmering like jewels. They shimmered with every color of the rainbow, creating a dazzling display that took Luna's breath away. She reached out to touch one, feeling its cool, smooth surface under her fingers. Each shell seemed to hum with its own unique energy, promising a world of magic and wonder.
Luna walked on, her eyes wide with wonder as she explored the magical market. The night was alive with twinkling lights and the soft hum of chatter. Stalls lined the path, each one more enchanting than the last, filled with trinkets and treasures that seemed to come from another world. Luna's heart raced with excitement as she took in the sights and sounds around her. As she wandered deeper into the market, she saw a mermaid sitting by a pool of water. The mermaid's presence was mesmerizing, and Luna felt an inexplicable pull towards her. The mermaid had long blue hair that cascaded down her back like a waterfall, and a shimmering tail that sparkled under the moonlight. Her beauty was otherworldly, and Luna couldn't help but stare in awe. She was surrounded by bubbles that floated in the air, each one reflecting the colors of the rainbow. The bubbles danced around her, creating a magical aura that made the scene even more enchanting. The mermaid smiled at Luna, her eyes twinkling with kindness. It was a smile that made Luna feel warm and welcome, as if she had just made a new friend.
"Hello," she said, her voice as gentle as the waves lapping at the shore. "I've been waiting for someone like you. Would you like a bubble?" she asked, holding out a delicate iridescent bubble that seemed to glow with its own light.
Luna nodded shyly, her curiosity piqued. She had never seen anything like this before, and she couldn't wait to see what would happen next. The mermaid blew a bubble, and it floated towards Luna, shimmering in the moonlight. It was as if the bubble carried a piece of the mermaid's magic with it. When Luna touched it, the bubble burst with a soft pop, but instead of disappearing, it left something behind. In her hand was a beautiful seashell, unlike any she had ever seen. It was intricately patterned and glowed with a soft inner light. Luna knew that this was no ordinary seashell. It was a gift from the mermaid, a token of their newfound friendship. Luna explored the market all night. She saw so many amazing things. But the thing she loved most was the singing shell.
Will you buy it? The storekeeper asked.
Luna shook her head sadly. She had no money. Luna knew she couldn't afford the shell. She thanked the stallkeeper and turned to leave. As she did, she noticed a small, smooth stone on the ground. It sparkled faintly in the moonlight. Luna picked up the stone. It was unlike anything she had ever seen before. The stone seemed to pulse with a gentle inner light, casting a soft glow on her face. She turned it over in her hand, marveling at its smooth, almost silky texture. The stone felt alive, as if it had a heartbeat of its own. It felt warm in her hand. The warmth was comforting, like a gentle hug on a cold day. Luna closed her eyes and let the warmth seep into her skin, filling her with a sense of peace and calm. She could feel the stone's energy coursing through her, connecting her to something ancient and powerful. Suddenly, she remembered the mermaid's words. The memory came rushing back to her, clear as day. She had been sitting by the shore watching the waves crash against the rocks when the mermaid had appeared. Her voice had been soft and melodic, like the sound of the sea itself. "The sea is full of gifts if you know where to look," the mermaid had said, her eyes twinkling with mischief. Luna had been skeptical at first, but now, holding the glowing stone in her hand, she understood. The sea had given her a gift, a treasure hidden in plain sight. The stallkeeper looked closely at the stone. His eyes widened in surprise as he took in its glowing light. He turned it over in his hands, examining it from every angle. Luna watched him anxiously, hoping he would see the stone's value. He smiled. The stallkeeper's face broke into a warm smile, and Luna felt a wave of relief wash over her. She had been right to trust the mermaid's words. The stone was special, and the stallkeeper could see that too. Luna smiled. Her heart swelled with pride and joy. She had found something truly remarkable, and she couldn't wait to see what would happen next. She knew what to do. Luna took a deep breath and made up her mind. She would trade the stone for something even more precious. She had a feeling that the stallkeeper would be willing to make a deal. She brought the stone to the stallkeeper. Luna approached the stallkeeper with a determined look on her face. She held out the glowing stone, her hand trembling slightly with excitement. "Will you trade this for the shell?" she asked. Her voice was steady, but there was a hint of nervousness in her eyes. She hoped the stallkeeper would agree to the trade.
"This is a moonstone," he said. "It's very special." The stallkeeper's voice was filled with awe as he spoke. He held the stone up to the light, watching it glow with a soft, ethereal light. He happily traded the shell for the stone. The stallkeeper handed Luna a beautiful pink shell in exchange for the moonstone. Luna's eyes lit up with joy as she took the shell, knowing that she had made a fair trade. The shell was just as special as the stone, and she couldn't wait to see what other treasures the sea had in store for her.
Luna left the market with the singing shell. She learned something important that night. You don't need money to find magic. Magic is everywhere. Luna kept the shell close to her ear. She listened to its song and remembered the wonders of the sea market. She knew she would never forget her magical adventure. And if you listen very carefully, you might hear the singing shells too. They're calling you to the magic of the sea.